Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today I'm gonna do a garden update tour, kind of giving you some ideas of how to take a small space and really take it to the next level and expand what you have. So I don't have room for more garden beds, but I certainly have more room for more plants. So I'm gonna show you how I've done this year, and also give you some ideas of what you can do and some tips that I've found along the way. I'm a total backyard gardener, always have been, but done it my whole entire life. So yeah, sometimes you learn some stuff along the way. All right, let's go see what the garden looks like. First off, here is a beautiful strawberry plant that is just now starting to bear fruit. It's also got a bunch of runners, and I want all of these to give me new plants. So strawberry plants are easy to propagate. You want, when you get these, do you see the little knobs that are on there? Those little nodes will create roots. You need to have, oh, there's one. You need to have a few of them that are actually doing something. So I've set these down in the water that's the drip pan below. And as you can see, if it'll focus, I have enough to plant here. And what I'll do is I will put it into a grow bag and see what this one looks like. This one, he's not quite ready, but I can see where the nodes are. And I can show you in a different video how I plant them in grow bags. This pot has 3 established plants in there, and I will probably break them up and move them into individual grow bags as well. Just so they don't have a deep root system, but so they have plenty of room. And that brings me to this. So this is a Swiss chard, ruby red Swiss chard, and you can see the little seedlings are coming up right there. And I've planted these in rock wool. Now rock wool, I'm also propagating rosemary and basil. And propagating, if you want to see a propagating video, let me know, because I'll share what I know and what I've learned along the way. It's pretty fun. Hold on. These I just did today. This is a Geranium Kiss tomato plant. Now, these are container tomatoes. They're a determinant. They're 1 to 2 ounce tomatoes. They produce a ton for a small plant, and they're great for these grow bags. And that's where it's going to go, in one of these 5-gallon grow bags. In here, though, I have black nebula carrots. It's a black carrot, and on this side I planted a couple bachelor buttons to add some color. So I've got pots going everywhere. English thyme started, and I put these paper towels on top to keep the soil moist and until those seeds actually germinate. And then over here, and then I also encourage it to water from the bottom, because I did add compost and slow released fertilizer, like blood meal. And I kind of hold the paper toweling down with my marker. Markers are super helpful. This is a mammoth basil. I'm super excited about it. The most excited I've ever been, though, I have to say, is this purple basil, and I am propagating new growth off of this. Plus I planted some purple basil seeds. So I've got alyssum in here with a little patio tomato, and the alyssum smells so good when you're sitting out here. What a pretty little pot to just have here on the deck. And the grow bags are super healthy. So this is rhubarb. So I planted rhubarb from seed. I got my seeds this year. Most of my seeds came from MI Gardener. And if you want to see how I store my seeds, let me know, because it is the best way I've found to stay organized and have all that at your fingertips. But look at here. This is starting to get some true leaves. These are all the baby leaves, but this one, it's starting to give me some true leaves. And I have a few of those out here. Here's another one. And I did these all got started in the rock wool. So down we go. And I started this video, I may include some clips so you can see the difference. Just like a week ago, I came out here and the change is just enormous. So this is parsley that is going to seed. As you can see, I'm letting it go to seed. I will be collecting all those seeds for future. And I've got cilantro here and here. And they'll bring all the pollinators in, these little tiny flowers. And then they'll leave me the coriander, which will give me new plants. So this is lettuce and rhubarb in there. And this rhubarb is doing really good. It's got new growth all over the place. And it's gonna be fantastic. Oh, hi little bird. That little bird was in there hanging out while I was talking. This is the cascading blueberry bush. So it's loaded with little blueberries. So hopefully the birds like it. Hi little guy. He's just hanging out here. Okay, so in here is Swiss chard and some beets. And he's talking to me. Hi, are you talking? Yeah, you are. Oh. Anyways, Swiss chard. And I just trimmed a lot of this because I needed it for salads. I'm taking off some of these leaves. I'm not sure if I have leaf miners or what's going on here, but I want to get rid of those. I did pick some radishes just a little while ago, so I'm going to take these in the house and wash them up. These are the English breakfast, or no, French breakfast, sorry, not English breakfast, French breakfast. So hopefully beets and lettuces down the middle, the little baby plants are lettuces. And this rhubarb is looking sorry. I don't know what's going on. Gets all the same treatment as the rest of them, but hopefully it survives. Okay, and then over here, I've got my arugula bed, which is winding down, but literally, even though it's trying to go to seed, if you just pinch those back, just like basil or anything else, this is still very edible. We've eaten on this so much. We have it in salads, we have it in stir fry. It's absolutely wonderful. That peppery arugula is my favorite. I love it on a sandwich. And just pick those up. I've got some little snow peas there. Oh, and I found where Bob buried his bone. Oh no. Oh, Bob, why you gotta do that to me? Okay. Anyway, Bob got a bone that was too big, so he came out here and buried it. Okay. Lettuce. This is a purple celery. I had to buy it. I couldn't help it. We're gonna see how it does. And basil, which I have cut all the basil down so it can bush out. And these were basil plants that Home Depot had them on their clearance, and it was $1 a plant, which honestly, for $1's worth of seeds, I could have had 10 times that much, but you know, I saved a plant. Got peppers and endive and tomatoes and there's Roma tomatoes in here that I planted from seed, and they're kind of struggling. I don't know what the deal is, but another big cilantro that is going to seed. The flowers are just now starting to open up, so we'll get some great cilantro seeds out of that. Another pot with some flowers, and it's a tomato. I did not, this one is an heirloom Cherokee purple. So we've got a Cherokee purple tomato. I'm gonna leave those there for now. Some fennel here, and then another tomato over here, and let's move over to the other side. So in here is actually, there's green beans in there. I don't know if you can see. Boop. There's green beans along there, but there's also, this is a giant radish. So I'm waiting, patiently waiting. And we put the wire down to keep the dogs from walking across them when they were babies. And you can see, here's some French breakfast, but the ones that I'm waiting for are the big, oh, I love radishes, so. Ooh, look at that one. That was a big one. Anyway, but these giants are also a seed that I got from M.I. Gardner. So, parsley that seeded itself. Another pepper plant. This is a purple beauty, and most of the peppers this year are going to be sweet peppers. Celery, and I can bring you along more rhubarb. Right there, some more rhubarb. Radishes among the what's left of the asparagus. So I'm letting the rest of the asparagus go to seed. There's a couple more that are going to pop up, and they'll all be able to go to seed. So you've got to let it happen. As much as I don't want to, we've had months of fresh asparagus, absolutely delicious, and been very prolific. So I highly recommend planting asparagus. So celery, and if you want to see how to blanch the celery when it gets closer to that time, I'll do a video on it. Parsley. Parsley takes a very long time to get going. Again, in the rock wool, it took probably 3 weeks for it to even come out of for the seeds to germinate. You almost have to rough them up, but that's okay. Okay, rhubarb and tomatoes. These are all the same tomatoes that I grew from seed, and these were seeds that were free, actually. Down the center, I don't know if you can see, there's 2 rows of carrots, just barely out of the ground. Now, I planted cucumbers on this side and over here, and something, most likely that bird, came and plucked off my cucumber plant because they're no longer there. So I'm gonna have to replant cucumbers. Okay, rhubarb. You're seeing a theme here. Look at this beautiful little plant. This was a bare root plant, and it'll be ready to pick on next year. But it's in this pot temporarily till it finds its new destination, and it's just as healthy as it can be. And I purchased this bare root from M.I. Gardner. Orange mint, beautiful. Rosemary, beautiful. Also propagating some of that. In here, I've got, these are green onions that all came from onions from the store. And when I cut the end off, I stuck the root end in the ground, and this is what you get. And we use them in cooking, in salads, all the time. Free onions and some lettuce. There's a celery that was also a regrow from the butt of a celery stalk. And these are a variety of radishes as well. Some are daikon, some are the giant reds, and I'm just working on keeping them, you know, thinning as I see fit, and then giving them room. I did plant some carrot seeds in here last night, so we should have that. Thyme, curly parsley, chives, marigold, basil, some tarragon. Beautiful. Love having the herbs, and when the thyme flowers, it smells wonderful. More rhubarb. This is green onions. These are a bunching onion, so I've got some little babies popping up. They take a while, and there's some over here too. So I'm trying to keep the mulch as light as possible so they can push through. But all right, and over here I've got garlic. I have come to the conclusion the only garlic that's here, because I had to clip some garlic scapes, and you see that is escape. I think my climate does not support soft neck garlic because none of the soft necks has survived that I can see. Strawberry pot. Only a few of these really are gonna make it. So I got those. That one's iffy. That one there. There was 9 or 10 in here. I think it was 10, and I've only really got 3 viable plants out of that, which is kind of sad, but I'm gonna use those runners and make sure this pot is nice and full before it's over. All right, blueberries, and we are loaded with baby blueberries. Look at this, clusters, and these are big blueberries. So we'll have even more than we had last year, which is awesome. Tomato, this is a Sun Gold, which was one of the favorites last year. And it's already flowering. This was an incredible tomato. So this is why I always plant 2 hills of squash, because one typically either gets eaten or it doesn't do anything. So crookneck, and that one was a plant I bought at the store. All right, here's my shady, oh my gosh, look at that. Now that is awesome. Cilantro that I started from seed, and most of these were starts, these romaine starts. And I just picked lettuce this morning, so they've been picked over, but they'll come again. And I've got radishes down the middle and carrots. So there's carrots in here as well. And I'm keeping this shaded. So this is, I think, like a Chinese cabbage, but I'm not sure. But the cilantro is beautiful. Super excited about it. So this is the way to keep your lettuce from bolting, to have some kind of shade from the heat of the day. It stays nice and shaded. And you know, lettuce is a cool weather, I gotta pull this over, cool weather crop. And this was pretty easy, just a couple pieces of wire. You can lift it up out of the way from either side and pick. I also just put it out here. This is a lettuce, that little tiny lettuces. I want to say, oops, it's a what was it? A dragon fire lettuce. So I guess I should get that in there. Sorry. Yeah. So baby lettuce. Okay, here we go. So see how many square feet I added just by adding grow bags? Amazing. These are things I would not have been able to grow had I just done what I usually do. So down here is the rhubarb, and I did pick rhubarb yesterday. No, last weekend. I'm sorry. And so I got this plant all picked, pretty much cleaned up. These two are now sending up new shoots. This one's gonna send up some new stuff. Hopefully I get another couple pickings from them, but we'll see. All right, there's the garden. I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to share all the things I do with some of this stuff. I actually am so happy to have some of the things that I have out here. So sweet peppers, tomatoes. This is another sun sugar tomato. And yeah, you just can't beat a fresh tomato, right? All right. Let's see. So guys, I hope it inspires you to try your hand at growing your own food. Even if it's just a balcony garden, you could grow all your own lettuces and greens you have for salads. You can grow radishes in a container. They only take about 25 days. You can grow all the things you need to give yourself some healthy options on a budget. And maybe you're not going to grow all. Herbs are expensive. By example, just a little half-ounce package of herbs is over $2. It's like $2.50 in the big box or the bigger stores. Walmart, I think you can still get it for $2. But think about that when you can have unlimited amount of herbs at your fingertips, and herbs you can grow inside year round. So I hope that it inspires you. And if it does, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see next. I do hope you enjoy the garden updates and things that we've learned along the way.